Osoyoos is hundreds of kilometers away from any salt water, so at first glance it might seem like a strange place to hold an oyster festival. Oysters are strictly a saltwater creature, and there are none on Osoyoos Lake. The Watermark Beach Resort is one of the venues for Osoyoos Oyster Festival, and it's hosting the Deep Sea Garden Party. Kelly Glazer, Executive Director of Destination Osoyoos, is one of the organizers.
How's the festival gone this year so far?
It's been absolutely fabulous. We've really seen an increase in numbers. We've had fully sold out events, and the venues have been just fabulous. So it's going really well, and most of the people here are from the Lower Mainland, so that's fabulous. We've brought a lot of people to Osoyoos.
Several companies are shucking and serving oysters. There are some from the Atlantic, but most are Pacific oysters.
Thank you. Sometimes the hinges.
So you're with Outlandish Shellfish.
Yes.
And where are you based?
Well, we live on Quadra Island, and we have farms on Reed Island, Cortez Island, Marina Island.
So are these all Pacific oysters
Yes,
then?
they are.
Yeah.
They are. They're different because we use different growing techniques with the same species of oyster. Some are deep water grown, some grow intertidal on the beach, and just creates a different flavor and a different texture, a different shucking experience.
How many oysters have you shucked today?
Oh my goodness, 5, 2, 2, 2. I'm thinking somewhere, what have we shucked today? Around maybe 40, 50 dozen.
Around how many?
40 or 50 dozen here at the table. I think so, yeah.
Okay. And what's the best way to eat these?
Well, I don't like to overwhelm these because they're just so perfect already. I am a fan of green Tabasco. It's nice and mild. A little fresh lime or lemon. Can't go wrong.
But the festival is about local wines as much as it is about oysters. And oysters and wine make the perfect pair.
And you were saying that there were lineups to get into this event?
Yeah. People lined up for an hour before we opened the doors for our garden party. This one has been sold out for quite a few days now prior to the event, so it's a very popular event. It's sort of geared for families and just everybody, and so it does tend to be the most successful event out of all of the three that we do have. So.
Other food is also served, but here it's mainly about oysters. These boys are shucking up a storm, and they obviously have lots of experience for their young ages.
Great, so what's the company that you're with?
I'm with the Oyster Barrow, my own company, and a couple of my business partners. We're starting our own business.
That's your own business?
Yeah, well, we're trying to start it. We're doing an entrepreneurship program in West Kelowna and in our school district. So right now we're on to crowdfunding, and we're looking for donations towards our business so that we can actually help start it.
How long have you been working with oysters?
Me personally, I've been working with them since I was 5 and I'm 12 now. So that's quite a few years.
What were you doing before you started your business with oysters?
Well, I was shucking oysters with Codfather Seafood Market. Codfather Seafood Market.
Okay, yes. And how many oysters do you think you've shucked in your life?
Ooh, probably around 70,000.
70,000.
I think so. That's a really bad estimate, but...
Is there a trick to it? You must know all the tricks.
Yeah, so there's a couple different techniques on how to shuck oysters. There's the side shuck, then you go through the hinge. I personally go through the hinge because it's a bit easier. I can just do it really quick.
Are different oysters a different way to shuck them?
No, all of them really have the hinge that you're able to go in through. Just sometimes it's harder to get in. So if you have the big gnarly beach oysters, then it's definitely harder to get in than, say, a small petite oyster from the West Coast.
And what are you going to be business?
Well, right now we're sort of trying to gain money so that we can actually start it. So our business is to go around to events and parties and shuck oysters for people.
I've seen these boys around at other events.
They gotta get used to doing it. I've been doing it for years.
The event is casual and people are having a very good time.
It's a little different this year? Tell me about that.
Yeah, it's a little different this year. We decided we would like to offer some local product and show some of the other things that we have here besides wine and spirits. And so we've invited a few vendors who create local products here to show them and sell them.
One of the vendors is Wanda Howarth, who makes beautiful jewelry from stones that she mines herself.
And so this event is at the Watermark Beach Resort. And tell me about some of the other highlights of the festival.
Well, tonight we're having our gala, which is Art of the Pearl, and it is quite a bit larger and it's a little bit dressier, and we've encouraged people to dress in undersea garden costume, and there'll be probably about 75 different vendors with wine and spirits and gourmet treatment of oysters and other food items as well. And we'll have live music and we'll have a dance.
The Pearl Gala at Spirit Ridge Resort is a bit more dressy, but dressy in this case can mean looking like a pirate or a mermaid.
Your love gets sweeter every day. 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 Ever since I was 16, I wanted you to make you my queen. Ever since the day you met your loving girl, was making my day.
And as a break from oysters, there's Arctic char tandoori. And for oysters served a different way, there's cornmeal and smoked paprika fried BC oyster taco.
Are you an oyster fan yourself?
I am.
Yeah. How do you like them?
I love them. I love them raw. I love them cooked. I love them smoked. I love them any way they come.